This is a fairly simple and straightforward project. The only tools you will need are a flathead screwdriver and a 10mm socket wrench. I also used a 7mm socket and a 10mm deep socket, which I will explain about later. You will start by unplugging 3 connections. Start with the temperature sensor connection at the front of the assembly. Simply push up on the wire and pull out. Next, do the same on the vacuum actuator located to the right of the temperature sensor connection. Now, pop the blower motor electrical connection off the side of the assembly and disconnect it by squeezing the 2 tabs on the outside and pulling the 2 connections apart. Next, remove the lower part of the vacuum actuator connection by pushing at the black tab at the bottom and pulling up. Now use the 10mm socket wrench to remove the 2 bolts. This can take a minute. Now remove the intake duct. Next, you will remove the blower motor air duct. If the clamp screw is facing you, you can use the flathead screwdriver. But if it's facing away from you, it will be easier to use a 7mm socket wrench. Pop the bottom off the heat exchanger connection and remove. Now remove the upper 10mm bolt that connects the blower motor and intake duct to the manifold. Hold the nut at the back and keep the bolt housing from rotating. The lower bolt is more challenging to remove. It's out of sight and in an awkward location. I found it's easiest to loosen the bolt with a socket wrench and a 10mm deep socket, and then unscrew the bolt by turning the socket by hand. Pull the vacuum line of the bottom of the actuator, and you can now remove the rest of the assembly.